Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Aspects Land of a Changing Man. My name is Gold. Bringing you another episode. My contact information is mplsmikid at gmail or yahoo.com. mplsmikid. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, it's at mplsmikid for Twitter. And the personal page is Gold Washington on Facebook, and Aspects Land of a Changing Man is the Facebook page for this podcast. I want to thank everybody for being here, listening to me again and seeing how my perspective can actually provide to other people's lives as far as changing it for the better. Um, Today, what my episode is going to be about is about how we treat relationships, how we look at them, and what we should be looking at when it comes to a relationship. I first want to give a shout out to all the married people. I congratulate you guys on taking that step that that is saying that you guys want to spend the rest of your lives together, that you actually made the commitment and say, whatever problems that occur, you guys are going to be able to work it out because you believe in each other. And I think that is a beautiful thing. And I want to say congratulations to you. And never give up on each other because you have chosen each other and you have chosen to go down that path. Just keep doing the right things for each other and work for each other, and everything will work out. I feel like every relationship or every step before marriage is like a escape route, and the reason I say that is because if you look at it, it's just basically a step up before marriage. Every aspect that you do as far as jumping into a relationship is basically saying, okay, this is how far we're into the relationship, but we don't know if we're going to walk down that road of marriage. I mean, how I look at it is like, I don't know if I'll marry you, but I'll kiss you. I don't know if I'll marry you, but I'll give you a title. I don't know if I'll marry you, but I'll have sex with you. I don't know if I'll marry you, but I'll have a kid by you. And I don't know if I'll marry you, but I'll move in with you. I mean, those are all steps that I feel like people are saying when they inch themselves closer into marriage. And then it's saying when you get engaged, I don't know, but let's see how far we can get. I feel like if you're on a plane and you know you're going to make it, there's no reason for a parachute. There's no reason to look at jumping off of something you're trusting to get all the way there. If I know that I want to marry you, if I know that I want to spend the rest of my life with you, if I know that I want to work every single problem that occurs or comes our way with you, what would I need to date you for? There is no reason, if I am with someone, there is no reason that I feel like I should have to look for an escape route. If I'm going to be with somebody, the first thing that I'm going to think of is, will I marry this person? I can be attracted to a lot of people. I can have fun with a lot of people. I can be happy with a lot of people, but I don't have to be sexually engaged with them or, give them any of my personal feelings towards them. I don't have to have that towards somebody. But I feel like we do that, and then when we find something that isn't right with them, as far as, oh, that this is messing up or this is messing up, well, let me go over here to a different place and see how they do. I feel like, like dating and relationships actually came from two different places. It came from one, I don't know, it's just my belief that it came from after people started getting a divorce, um, and started seeing about being with somebody else, and they just got out of a bad marriage. They didn't want to just jump into the situation, but they wanted to have the have the benefits of a relationship. So they started to see how everything could go before they got married to this person. And then it moved on. I feel like it moved on into the younger age of people because, seeing people be in relationships, they wanted to be in a relationship, but they couldn't get married. So at the age of 16, you got two 16-year-olds that are wanting to be with each other but can't marry each other. What do? They make a pact on, how they interact with each other. They give some type of title to each other and basically let everyone else know that this is a couple that's going to be married. We can't get married, but we're official. And I felt like as the younger people moved on, in doing that, it started to tear into, adult life where people were like, okay, we're 18, 19, but I don't think we're married. We're ready to get married. Let's just date for some more time and see how it goes. And everybody was saying, well, oh, they didn't work out. Maybe I should, date someone in the same way they did to see how we work out. I don't know how, if that's how it started, but that's what I figure was the process of, um, started dating. And it sounds silly because, if you look at what high schoolers call each other, they call each other boyfriend and girlfriend. Like they ask you, do you want to be my girlfriend? Do you want to be my boyfriend? But at the same time, when you turn 19, 20, 21, you may still call them that until you hear someone that's like 5, 6 years old say, I have a boyfriend. And after you hear them say that, it sounds silly for you to repeat after them. Ew, that sounds, immature for me to keep calling them my boyfriend. I gotta call him something else. I gotta call him my man or my lover or anything to where it's not, they are officially mine, but they're not my husband or wife. We don't have the same type of consequences or rules that they had in the past. Um, there was actual consequences when it came to like people cheating. When it came to people being in a relationship. If you were caught cheating, you could be shamed, banished, or even killed for cheating. And we don't have that today because it's against the law to kill people. But unless you like the government and you found somebody guilty of like murder or something like that. But we don't have those shamings anymore. We don't have the people wanting to stay away from you because you did something wrong. We just have, oh, well, it's normal. They didn't work out. Hopefully, they work out in the future with whoever they're going to be with next. And today, sex is free. It's free. It's freedom. It's free for you to go have sex with somebody and feel all right about it. If you go have sex with someone and it doesn't work out, you're like, oh well, it's fine. I shouldn't have did it, but it didn't work out. Let me go to the next person. Not saying like everybody just jumps to the next person, but it's saying like, hey, when I get in a relationship, I might be with this person, I might have sex with this person, and if that doesn't work out, hey, I'm gonna be in another relationship, might have sex there. But sex is free. It's been free for a while now. It's been a way for people to express themselves. It's been um, a fun magnet. It's all over TV. It's on your computer. It's free for you to have. I mean, back in the 1970s and the in the hippie era, it became a freedom thing. That's how they expressed themselves, with drugs and love. So moving on, it became something to where people were seeing like, hey, these people aren't married, but they're just having sex. Maybe I can too. Let me see how it feels. And it started to move along and being shown as a freedom thing. Now you have porn everywhere. It's everywhere. You can't turn a channel without something being about sex. And one thing is that sex sells. So I mean, if it's everywhere, it's just showing that, hey, this is how free you are. The one thing that I find funny is that I think about it like this. If you're married, you're married. That's cool. Um, but what if you couldn't be with anybody else? It became against the law for you to be with anybody else, or be a strong consequence behind it. How many people would stay with the person that they're with and say, "Well, I'm not marrying this person right now. I gotta reevaluate everything. I gotta choose wiser for who I'd be with." I feel like that would be a lot of people saying, well, hey, I can't marry this person. I was just with him because it was just a time and I wanted to be with somebody, but I got to choose wiser. I got to be more apparent. I got to be more aware of who I want to be with for the rest of my life. I mean, if you couldn't date a person, if you couldn't, you know, have a relationship with a person without saying you're married to them and you can't go anywhere else after that, would you leave the person that you're with right now because they're not the person that you want to marry? I think that a lot of people would. But because we have freedom, we don't have to think like that. We can actually choose. We can be careless of who we're going to be with. We can choose to mess up and try to fix it later on. But I mean, that's why we're saying today, like, would you marry the person that you're with? If you could sit here and say, this is the person that I'm going to be with, no matter what, would that be the person that you're with right now? I'll tell you one thing, that if that became a rule, it'd be a lot less cheating. But we do have to treat our relationships like it's our last one. We have to treat the person like there's no other option but them. You know, as far as how we treat each other. Not saying that if someone is doing you wrong or someone is, abusing you or whatever, you got to treat them like there's nobody else. No, that's not a situation for you to stay in if they're going to continue that. But as far as if you guys are going to, decide that you want to be with each other, uh, treat each other as if there's nobody else after that. That you have to work on this relationship because there's nothing else after this. It would be a lot more successful relationships if we actually thought like that. You know, I was I talk to people on Facebook and they're like, "Oh man, you should have this and that just in case it doesn't work out." Well, why would you want to think like that? If you want to be with a person
forever. You shouldn't be thinking about, well, let me have a plan B